Alright, I had my first freestyle tournament yesterday, Saturday.
Kind of your first.
Now, I'm gonna say it's my first. I don't remember my first ever.
Yeah, we were just talking about how his first ever freestyle tournament was 3 years ago in 6th grade, and we don't even remember it. It was
so bad.
I don't remember if it was 1 match, 2 match. I don't even know.
It was one.
It had to be more than 1.
I only remember one.
I just know it wasn't good. So, wrestled yesterday. Also, but definitely had your first Greco.
Mm-hmm.
Missed your first Greco match because, Josh just screwed up and
Screwed up. He didn't read the flyer.
He told me that it started at 2,
correctly.
and,
He didn't read the flyer correctly. You could search it up. Okay?
The flyer, yeah. Anyway, it was my fault. He could have read the flyer too, though. There's no reason. He should just depend solely on me.
I never read the flyer. Because you're always the one who knows it.
Because you have been a little kid. And now you're starting to grow up and become a young man. So, all right. My fault. All right. Yeah, so I had to forfeit the first match because he was a no-show.
Mm-hmm.
And then second match, got tech fauled, but you scored a takedown and a reversal. Were competitive, showed some good things. As it turns out, that kid took 3rd at state at 5A. He's from Bishop Kelly. And has done a ton of Greco and freestyle. So I was already encouraged by that match before we even knew that about the kid. Then you went into freestyle.
Mm-hmm.
And then your first match, you lost 9-7.
No, 8-6.
It was whatever. It was by 2 points.
Okay.
And had some kind of questionable calls, but that's kind of the lay of freestyle when you get to guys flip-flopping and stuff. And but definitely could have probably wrestled better. Learned that you got to finish some shots, but that kid he has a profile on track of 40, it's something like 45-17.
Mm-hmm.
And then wrestled the other kid, and you got tech, but it was like 16-6.
Yeah.
You had 6 points, and he was actually ahead 4-1
at one point.
At first.
It was like going into the second period or something.
And so you wrestled him well. I mean, really, the kid just knows freestyle better than Josh. I mean, because he's got into some situations where he gave up tilts and whatever, but you got some tilts.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm like super encouraged by how you did. And then when we went back and looked at the resume of these two guys, they weren't slouches. They weren't first year, freestyle guys by any means. They were seasoned kids. So, should be
knew what they were doing.
Should be encouraged. How much do you think? So last Wednesday, what happened?
At Oku?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So I went and wrestled with some college guys, the Oklahoma Westland, and I got thumped. I'll have to show you.
You got a little bit of a black eye there.
Yeah, I've had that for a while.
Oh.
That was with Corey. We were doing the game,
Oh.
and he need me because he just can't move his body. I'm sorry, but
if you're watching, Corey, sorry.
It's just
Anyway, so yeah, wrestled. One of the guys he was wrestling with actually was a 3 or 4 year varsity wrestler for Gilroy, California. They're ranked 10th or 12th in the nation right now. And so here is Josh as freshman, 15-year-old freshman wrestling 21-year-olds.
Mm-hmm.
And did you like it?
Yeah, I had fun.
What's your ear look like?
My ear.
It was all bloody. You can't even tell. There's a scab. You can't even see it.
Scab. I can feel it.
You got scratched.
But
his ear is all bloody. Got slammed into
a wall.
We should have that video up in our heads, at the bottom of the screen, and talk about it.
Yeah, I'm not good enough for that. Plus, that probably would take money to buy on
software.
Yeah.
So, I mean, are you happy? I mean, you
Yeah, I'm
kind of
happy.
he was like at 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning. He was already dressed, ready to go, and we didn't leave for like 3 hours.
4 hours or something like that. It was
And
goodness.
he was so eager to go wrestle.
And yeah, it was just fun and a learning experience, and
So hopefully we'll get in on another one this next Saturday.
yeah.
And then the following weekend,
Adidas National.
Adidas Nationals.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why we did this, but whatever. Adidas Nationals. So we'll see how that goes. We'll try to get geared up for that. Definitely got to get back into a little better
Shape.
Conditioning.
Yeah.
We'll have to do some more conditioning stuff for that. But all in all, it was definitely, again, the goal is improvement and growth, and always evaluating things properly. So when you look at the experience level of those guys, I wrestled Jerry Abbas way back in the day. His older brother Stephen Abbas is in the Wrestling National Hall of Fame. Jerry Abbas was
I thought you wrestled Henson too.
Yeah, Sammy Henson. I wrestled
Yeah.
Sammy Henson. He's the only guy who ever threw me in a belly to back in Greco. Teched me in Greco way back in the day, and then the next day we had a much closer match in freestyle.
Yeah.
We were both in high school in those days. So
with you, do you think you could have actually gone D1, D2 back in high school, but you just didn't know how?
I mean, I would like to think so. I mean, again, you got someone like Jerry Abbas who became an All-American D1. I beat him. I think he wrestled for Fresno State. And I wrestled guys like Sammy Henson and Eric Aiken, and these are all guys that I'm pretty certain were D1 guys. And I was competitive with them or beat them. Mm-hmm. And I definitely didn't have anyone guiding the path for me. It was my dad was incredibly supportive, but it was more just whatever I wanted to do, he'd support me. He did set me up with the wrestling camp. So Bill Zadek, he's the head of coach of USA Wrestling. He was like my training partner at camp, and we'd scrap. Usually I'd get the better end of him, and now granted he was a couple years younger than me. I was in high school, I think, so I was like junior. He was a freshman, senior, and sophomore, I think. A year or two younger than me. Mm-hmm. But when it came to colleges, I just wanted to go back to Colorado and be in the mountains. I didn't even explore colleges. I looked at one college. That was it. That's where I went. So, makes you wonder.
Yeah.
That's why I'm trying to open you up to as much opportunity as we can, and so onward and upward. I'm encouraged, dude. You've come a long stinking ways from that 6th grade kid that we don't even remember your freestyle match.
Yeah.
Don't even remember it.
Not at all.
So we'll check in. This is a little update on how that tournament went, and onward and upward. For all 2 subscribers out there, are your comments on?
Yeah.
If you ever have questions, you can ask questions in the comments, and we'll try to answer questions.
I'll definitely be looking. I always check my notifications.
Yeah.
For anything.
If you ask questions,
YouTube, TikTok,
if you want us to answer
Instagram.
questions. By the way, if there's any fathers out there that want to know how we managed to make this kind of work, because it's working pretty good, we can maybe answer some of those questions as well.
Yeah. All filmed on a budget.
What?
All filmed on a budget. An iPhone with a
no
tripod.
budget. There's zero budget.
A $2 budget. And Christmas gifts.
There you go.
Yeah, that's what it is.
All right.
All right.
Tuning out.